MTD Network are in Preston today. We're at TGM. Sarah, thanks for the invitation to site. This is some business you've got here. I want to start by asking you what sort of work that you're actually machining, or what you're machining here.
It's predominantly aerospace work that we do here, probably 90% of our business. We work across all platforms on Airbus and Boeing. The bulk of it is probably Airbus across A320, A380 and some A350 work as well.
So fully accredited here as a company, AS 9100, and other certifications as well?
In July we got awarded our SC21 Bronze Award, which is a Airbus accredited award, something that Airbus are actually trying to push down through their supply chain, as all the suppliers, they wanted to be holder of that award. So.
Are you running like a double shift here to satisfy the requirements of your customers, yeah?
Yeah, we work a day and a night shift. So a day shift starts at 7:30 in the morning, works till about 4:15, and the night shift comes in at 9:30. But due to the workload, we're basically putting on like an overtime middle shift to run 24 hours from Monday through to Friday, 5 o'clock.
And are you one of the biggest employers from a kind of precision engineering stance here in this area, would you say?
In Lancashire, there's quite a lot of aerospace engineering companies. We've got some in Blackpool, we've got some in Preston, and we've also got some in like Cleveland's kind of area. There's quite a lot of us. I think we've all kind of like gravitated toward this area, I suppose.
Why do you keep busy though? Why do these suppliers pick you to make some of these parts that we'll look at in a minute?
I mean, we've been going since 1998, and historically our order book has grown because we do a quality part and we give excellent customer service. So we've always won repeat work from our current customers and not really like gone out and got anything additional. So I think the reason we get work is because we do a good job.
This part here behind us, you call this a bath, is that right?
It's a bathtub, yeah. It's an A380 bathtub that we do. It's manufactured out of an aluminium forging, which gets delivered from Germany, and it goes through several operations, which follow, because it's a forging. When you obviously machine the skin, you break the skin, it has to go through some kind of stress relieving processes. So some of the operations are done on our Herco, and then it gets finished on a 5-axis machine.
And with this sort of part, how long would it take the throughput time on something like that, with taking those factors into account that you said?
It's days because the rough machining in itself is probably about 10 hours across 2 to 3 operations. In between that, you've got stress relief processes. The first stress relief is for 12 hours, the second stress relief is for 24 hours. And then it goes through 5-axis machining ops, which is probably another 10 hours on top of that. And
is that material free issue to you?
Yeah, luckily that one's free issue material, because I wouldn't like to guess how much that material is, but we do purchase our own material as well.
So what's the split on that? How much is free issue to you, and how much do you have to bring in yourself?
We do a range. We deal with a range of materials. We deal with aluminium, we deal with steel, we deal with titanium. We probably do about 30 to 40% titanium in here. That is all free issued. The aluminium is all purchased, with the exception of these forgings behind me.
And what's your take on the aerospace industry at the moment? I mean, you're very busy here, as you've said already. Is it still booming? Is it still growing? I mean, the advent of the A380 and other aircraft.
It's quite buoyant at the moment. Obviously, A350 came online and starting to build to a rate this year. A380 has took a little bit of a dip, but that's kind of been...
Well, there's a new aircraft coming out, isn't it? The A380 Plus?
Yeah, the A380 Plus was announced in, I think it was Paris this year, which will hopefully get that rate back up to where it's been historically. But obviously the single aisle aircraft is also hoping to jump to rate 50. There are even talks of it going up to rate 60, so I think we're all going to be very busy.
On a final point, to make components like this and keep your business being a success, you need quality manufacturing cells. Obviously, you're very predominantly Herco here. If you had a few words to say about the equipment that they've supplied you with, what would they be?
Herco's equipment is, and I'll say this now, touching wood, very reliable. It's robust. Obviously, like I say, we do quite a lot of titanium in here. There's certain machines that we have that we wouldn't put titanium on, but not a Herco. It's got the guts to deal with titanium work. They're reliable. They're reliable.
Easy to program as well.
Yeah, obviously you've got the option of the WinMax, which our engineers use. So you can literally, if you've got a tactical order, throw it on a machine, get an engineer working on it, and as they're programming it, it's being machined, so you get the job out to the customer when they need it.
And you were the first to have a DCX32, not just in this country, but in Europe, weren't you?
Yeah, we were. Yeah, we're the first one to have the DCX in Europe. Yeah, it's a really good piece of kit. It's obviously, it puts you in a different category really, because obviously the investment in something as big as a DCX means you're putting yourself out from the smaller machines where some of the parts are being off-sourced low cost sourcing, so it puts you in a different category really.
And your latest machine, which is the 5-axis model, when did that come into site, and what was the thoughts behind that purchase?
I think it was probably about 12 months ago that came in. Thoughts behind it was because it has obviously the table on the side, you've got the option to use it as a 5-axis machine, but you've also got the option to use it as a 3-axis machine as well. Obviously we've already have an understanding of WinMax and have used it for the last 10 years, so it was one of those where it's an easy fit for us. It makes sense because no new training really required. We know the Hercos, we understand what they're capable of doing, and yeah, it's been quite good since it's been in.
You look like you're doing some fantastic work, and I'm very pleased that the business is going well. Good luck for the future, Sarah. Thanks for the invite.
Thank you very much. Thank you.